Intro. Chorus 2, 3, 4. Verse 2, 3, 4. Chorus 2, 3, 4. Interlude 2, 3, 4. Verse 2, 3, 4.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, parents, guardians, guests. We welcome you to Admiralty University of Nigeria. We're about to begin the procession of our matriculants and then to start the program in earnest. 10 o'clock, we'll start the program. We'd like to welcome you to the Vice Admiral Dele Ezioba Multipurpose Hall of the Admiralty University of Nigeria in Ibuzo, Delta State, Nigeria. We'd like to welcome you and wish that you had a swell journey from wherever you're coming, from the north, south, east. Now let's take a procession song for our matriculants to come in and sit down and have their seats. Let's have the marching song. Volume. We must say that today is another landmark day in the history of this university. Today is the 5th matriculation ceremony of Admiralty University of Nigeria. We have students over 280 that are going to be officially inducted to this noble institution as students. We have them from the Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Sciences. We have BSc Accounting, BSc Economics, BA English and Literary Studies, BA History and International Studies, BSc Hospitality and Tourism Studies, BSc International Relations, and BSc Business Administration. That is for the Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Sciences. We call them FAMS for short. Then the Faculty of Law is just Bachelor of Law that we offer now. They are the ones working in majestically to the left. They all look beautiful in their gowns, in their regalia of today. Admiralty University is known for excellence in education. Today, the journey of 5 years begins with these young lads today. They will take the matriculation oath, and just now I can see of science students working in. And in the Faculty of Science, we have applied physics and renewable energy. We have BSc Conservation and Environmental Biology, BSc Cybersecurity, BSc Computer Science, and BSc Software Engineering. Just to let you know, out of the 280 students, over 150 of them are from the Faculty of Science. So you see the large number of students are for the science. As they're marching majestically, they're here for a significant reason. Even when they got admission, they were not yet students of this institution. It is after their matriculation oaths today that they officially become bona fide, will become legal students. And at the end of their study, hopefully in 4 years, in 5 years, we'll all reconvene here by the special grace of God to witness their graduation. Because in Adun, the day you sign up, you already know when you are graduating. Just last year, we held our first convocation where we released the first set of women leaders to the international and national community to make impact, to show distinction in the various fields of endeavor. Indeed, we welcome you to this matriculation ceremony. And just to let you know, the Admiralty University of Nigeria is owned by the Nigerian Navy. The Nigerian Navy are the founders of this university. And they have shown commitment, they have shown zeal, they have shown determination and dedication to make sure that this school, the standard of this institution is maintained. Both in their support financially, both in their support morally and institutionally. As the faculty officers ensure all the students are well suited, we will expect the procession of the Vice Chancellor in no time, with our guests with the congregation and all that. In no meantime for us to start this, youngest task of making sure we matriculate our students the way we always know how to do best. Thank you. I think the procession of the students, it's over.
Intro.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you once again to Admiralty University of Nigeria. As the students make their procession to take their seats, we'll start in no distant time, because time is of essence. As soon as the Vice Chancellor's procession arrive here with our guests, we will begin the ceremony in earnest. But just to welcome you properly to this institution, we'd like to tell you about Admiralty University of Nigeria. It was established by the Nigerian Navy Holdings, which is a subsidiary organization of the Nigerian Navy, in partnership with an international organization. But today, Adun is fully owned by the Nigerian Navy, currently headed by the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, who is our special guest of honor for this matriculation. Now, the motto of our university is excellence in education. When we say excellence in education, we mean excellence in every word of it. Because here we aim for perfection, but when we don't learn at the zenith of perfection, we can only learn on excellence. That's why our motto is excellence in education. The vision of the university is to be internationally recognized as a university with a global perspective that meets the dynamic needs of society by educating leaders. The emphasis here is on leadership. That's why today, even the lecture is going to be centered towards youth and leadership. We educating leaders who shall embrace value creation for the good of mankind. Now, the mission is to advance the frontiers of human knowledge by providing leadership in teaching and learning, research and service using cutting-edge technologies to meet current educational demands in order to summon the mirrors facing humanity. Now, when we talk about cutting-edge technology, we don't joke with technology. Ours is a 21st century university where, from our courses, we use cutting-edge technology to teach. Let's say wonder, even the time of the COVID-19, we didn't break our Okay, I can see the procession of the VC gradually gaining momentum. That means in no distant time we'll start this matriculation ceremony. Please, if you're not an usher, if you're not a faculty officer, you don't have any business standing up, find a seat and sit down. Please, you find a seat and sit down. So, like we're saying, in July 2021, the VC set up a panel of accreditation task force to ensure that all our programs get accreditation by the NUC. And then he was in charge of 12-12-21. Now, 5 months after, when the NUC came, they gave us the nod for all our programs. As it stands today, all our programs are fully accredited by the NUC. That's the National Universities Commission. And then they came and gave us 100% nod in all our programs. So Adun is a full-fledged university with full-fledged accreditation of its programs. And then we also got the law program from 2021-2022. The Council of Legal Education also verified our resources, and they gave us the nod for the full takeoff of our law program. So let's say wonder today, where are my law students? Can you put your hands together? Law faculty, wave now. Thank you very much, program. So let's say wonder today, where are my law students? Can you put your hands together? Law faculty, wave now. Thank you very much. Okay, let me hear some noise from the science, faculty of science students. Let me hear some noise. Yes. Thank you. Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Science, can you make some noise? Yeah, thank you very much. Now they are all seated according to their faculty. To my right, immediately right, is the Faculty of Law, and the middle is the Faculty of Social Sciences, Faculty of Science, and to my left is the Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Science. I can see some of our traditional leaders arrive. Please, our ushers, as soon as they come, take notes their names so that we acknowledge them as they come in. Thank you. And I can see beautifully seated is the wife of the Vice Chancellor, Mrs. Alice Omaji. You're welcome, Ma. We welcome you. Thank you very much for coming, Ma. And I understand the Commissioner for Higher Education, Delta State, has arrived. Please, ushers, bring her upstage. For Higher Education, Delta State has arrived. Thank you. You're welcome, sir. I can see the Obuzo, His Royal Highness. Please put your hands together for His Royal Highness. He's the King of Obuzo. He's here with us with his traditional entourage. This school is located in his land and he is here to support us. We thank you, Chief. You're welcome, sir. We welcome you and your Council of Chiefs. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in no time we'll start our procession. Now, as I was telling you, we are a school that believes in raising leaders. And little wonder we've gotten laurels where our students have won awards, international awards, national awards. Even the last time, a 400 level student, he has passed out. Even now he's serving. He won the Royal Awards from the Oni of Ife. So this is a school where we believe that despite we're young, we're just 5 years, these are fifth matriculation, but we're already been living up to the expectation. We believe that despite we're young, we're just 5 years, these are fifth matriculation, but we're already been living up to the expectation of the vision and the mission of the founders of the institution. That is already, we are raising leaders that are winning laurels all across the world. So we want to say, you are indeed in the right place, and especially for our matriculants today, know that whatever you learn here today from the lecture, from what our guests will speak to you about, put at the back of your mind that this is what you will take going forward to your 4 years, 5 years of study in this institution. And ladies and gentlemen, an icon has just stepped in. The man who this hall is named after him. He was the former chief of naval staff. He is the son of the soil, and he was the one that brought this institution, that built this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Vice Admiral Dele Ezeoba, GSS, MSN, FCI. He has so many titles. In fact, this is the man that has ensured that this school stands. Procession, please. You're welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may we rise for the Vice Chancellor's procession. Let's all rise. Music. In the Vice Chancellor's procession is led by the mace bearer, who is the Chief Security Officer of the University, the Principal Assistant Registrar Academic. We have representatives of congregation, members of the University Senate. We have heads of departments, directors, deans. We have the bursar of the institution, the university librarian, the registrar. We have guests from other institutions. We have our guest lecturer in the procession, our special guest of honor, the chief of the naval staff, ably represented by Rear Admiral Lassa. And we have a lot of them in the Vice Chancellor's procession. Ladies and gentlemen, while standing, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Matriculation ceremony of the Admiralty University of Nigeria. We will take the national anthem, the university anthem, and then the opening prayer, which is the second stanza of the national anthem. The national anthem.
Adun concepts and vision stand on you are our safety shore, our hopes, aspirations, all secure, the happiest all combined with hope. Oh, Adun, oh, Adun, access we pledge to thee, our dreams of hope is led and out. We send thee wise and lovely to combat the purity of love and hope. The passion and vision built in trust. Oh, Adun, access we pledge to thee, from far and wide we've come to stand in faith and hope our future bond, in love, dedication, determination, all on this accord in death. Oh, Adun, access we pledge to thee, on this accord we make our pledge to be the best and best and true, to conduct it and compose all. We make our pledge on this we stand. Oh, Adun, access we pledge to thee.
The opening prayer, the second stanza of the national anthem. O God of creation, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, a living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. You might kindly take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you again to the 5th matriculation ceremony of Admiralty University of Nigeria, educating luminary leaders. And this journey of 1,000 miles starts with us today is the first step for this set of luminary leaders in the making. Without wasting much time, it is my singular honor and privilege to invite the registrar of this noble institution, Dr. Isaac Manklik. He is the Commodore of the Nigerian Navy, retired but not tired. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Isaac Manklik. Thank you.
the special guest of honor, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Delta State, Senator Ifeanyi Ato Okoa, CON, Admiralty University of Nigeria, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo, CFR, former Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Dele Joseph Izoba, Your Royal Highnesses, Majesties, my Lord, spiritual and temporal, principal officers of Admiralty University of Nigeria, my respected deans of the university, directors of units, staff and students of the university, our matriculating students, parents, guardians of matriculating students, distinguished guests, well-wishers, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. May I call upon the Vice Chancellor, Professor Paul Omojo Omaje, to declare the 5th matriculation ceremony of Admiralty University of Nigeria open. Vice Chancellor, sir.
By the powers conferred on me as Vice Chancellor, I declare the 5th matriculation ceremony of Admiralty University of Nigeria open.
Intro.
May I call upon the acting dean, may I call upon the dean, Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Sciences, Professor Dili Ofoko, to present to the Vice Chancellor his matriculating students. Dean, sir.
Vice Chancellor, sir, the dignitaries here present. Will all the matriculating students from the Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Sciences please stand and remain standing. Vice Chancellor, sir, I present to you the matriculating students of the Faculty of Arts, Management and Social Sciences into the Bachelor of Arts in English and Literary Studies, History and International Studies, as well as Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Business Administration, Economics, Hospitality and Tourism Industries, International Relations Programs of Admiralty University of Nigeria.
May I call upon the Dean, Faculty of Law, Professor Matthew Olom, to present to the Vice Chancellor his matriculating students. Dean, sir.
Will the matriculating students of the Faculty of Law please stand and remain standing? Vice Chancellor, sir, distinguished guests, I present to you the matriculating students of the Faculty of Law into the Bachelor. The matriculating students of the Faculty of Law into the Bachelor of Law LLB Honors degree program in Admiralty University of Nigeria.
May I call upon the Acting Dean, Faculty of Science, Associate Professor Gabriel Odachi, to present to the Vice Chancellor his matriculating students. Acting Dean, sir.
Will matriculating students of the Faculty of Science please stand and remain standing? The Vice Chancellor, sir, and the distinguished guests, I present to you the matriculating students of the Faculty of Science into Bachelor of Science in Applied Physics and Renewable Energy, Conservation and Environmental Biology, Computer Science, Cybersecurity, Forensic Science, and Software Engineering programs of Admiralty University of Nigeria.
May I now call on all the matriculating students to take the matriculation oath. Please repeat after me. On admission to membership of Admiralty University of Nigeria, I, a student of the Department of, in the Faculty of, pledge my loyalty to the university. I solemnly declare and promise to be diligent in the pursuit of learning and uphold the lofty ideals of the university. I declare and promise that I will respect and obey the Vice Chancellor and other officers of the university, made or to be made, for the good order and governance of the university. I also undertake to refrain from any unbecoming behavior, covert or overt, violent or otherwise, such as membership of any call group or any other organization unregistered within and outside the university, the activities of which may disrupt or bring the name of the university into disrepute. I faithfully covenant that in the event of any unruly behavior, either solely on my part or in conjunction with other students or persons, including damage to university property, I shall make restitution thereto, jointly or severally. So help me God. Okay. Faculty officers, give out the matriculation oath. May I call upon the Vice Chancellor to formally admit the students into the university. Vice Chancellor, sir.
I now formally admit all of you into membership of Admiralty University of Nigeria and enjoin all of you to live up to the excellent standard that is set for you. Congratulations.
Will all the matriculants now sign the matriculation oath? Take your seats and sign the matriculation oath.
Chorus, 2, 3, 4.
May I call upon the Vice Chancellor to deliver his matriculation address. Vice Chancellor, sir.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Delta State, our own Chief of the Naval Staff, ably represented here this morning by Admiral Lassa, the GMD of Navy Holdings, our dear Admiral Izioba. I would like to ask that you permit me to stand on the existing protocol. It's our tradition in this university. Once protocols have been established, whoever comes to speak, you stand on the protocol. The topic of my address to us this morning, especially the matriculating students, is your journey to greatness. And Adun is a segment of experience for you. We believe very strongly that you are here for a purpose. We want to also emphasize that you represent the 5th generation of our students. In the normal course of chronology, a generation is about 40 years. In Adun, 1 year is a generation. So the 5th generation, we welcome you specifically. We want to thank you for choosing to be in Adun. I do know that you are blessed because specifically, we want to thank you for choosing to be in Adun. I do know that you are blessed because even the royal traditional fathers of the land are here to bless you. We have our own His Royal Majesty, the Obuzo of Ibuzo, that is here this morning to celebrate with you. I need you to know your university. And I'm going to emphasize this mainly because of those who came after the 15th of December. Because I remember on the 15th of December, I was standing before you, taking the orientation for you into this university. You would have heard and you have seen that everywhere we declare that Admiralty University is a global university educating luminary leaders. And there's a reason for it. University is owned by the Navy. The Navy set it up as an enduring legacy for generations to come. The imagination that produced this university is very fertile, and I can tell you now that it's been acknowledged all over the world as we speak. So we want to celebrate the Navy for that wonderful initiative. The vision that is set for this university, very clear and very compelling. Global in scope, leadership focused in purpose, and anchored to excellence in standard. These are tall orders, but we have been charged with the responsibility of delivering it. The philosophy of the university, summarized in 3 or 4 words, is respect for hard work. We do not expect anything less from the matriculating students today. As I said, the vision is to raise a global university, which means we are not producing you for Ibuzo only. We're not producing you for Delta State only. We're not producing you for Nigeria only. We're producing you for the world, and you will make your mark there. Mindedness, community involvement, partnership, and globalization engagement. These core values drive everything we do in this university. And we are inviting you as the matriculating students to these core values. Imbibe them, live with them. Time will not permit me. The university has gone through a number of events and achieved several milestones. I'll just emphasize the ones that happened in the last few months. November last year, we conducted our maiden convocation. Those students that we convocated started their journeys with us, as you are starting today in 2019. In 3 years, 9 months, we graduated them, despite all the disruptions. And we did this because of the unflinching support of the proprietor of the university, the dedication of the staff, the commitment of the students like you, and of course, the wider support that we enjoy from the host communities. Today, we are conducting your own matriculation. Guess what? We are already predicting your convocation. A leader gets to the future before the future arrives. We want you to get to that date. And if you conduct yourself well, you will convocate in 2026. The destiny of this university, as I said, is great. And of course, the journey to greatness is very daunting, but it's achievable. This university has already demonstrated that. And the university will not fail in your own time. So we expect you to work with us. As you can see there, the university, the parent, the student, we must form a tripartite partnership that will deliver on the vision that you have, not only for yourself, but for the country as a whole. We want to also say that at the end of it all, that box in the middle is our strategic goal, to raise you up as what? Luminary leaders. Nothing less, nothing more. And we're going to ensure that we work together to achieve that. We believe very strongly that as luminary leaders, you will be praiseworthy. Nobody will condemn you anywhere you go, because your behavior, your conduct will speak for you. You will be magnificent and adorable. You will be a dignified celebrity. I'm sure you are aware we have so many celebrities today that are not dignified. As luminary leaders, you will be dignified. You will be a light-given personality in every community you find yourself, and you will inspire others to live right. And then, indeed, you will be a maker of a notable positive impact on your world. We believe that in terms of the timeline, as I said before, come November 2026, all of us working together witness the release of yourselves as luminary leaders. What are the required actions? On the part of Adun, we are promising you one thing, and that is to deploy our leadership mantra. All the staff of this university have already keyed into this particular mantra. We commit ourselves to do for you the right thing. We'll do it at the right time, or in the right way. We'll do it at the right time. We'll do it for the right reasons. In other words, we are focused. We are indeed very strategic in how we manage this university to ensure that you will fulfill your destinies. Only 2 days ago, the Chief of the Naval Staff destinies. Only 2 days ago, the Chief of the Naval Staff led a high-powered delegation of the Navy personnel and the university's management to visit the National Universities Commission. I sat there listening to the executive secretary of the commission telling the Chief of the Naval Staff the opinion they have formed about your university. I was amazed by what I heard from the executive secretary of the NUC. They believe that Adun is in the high echelon of performing private universities. I was very amazed. I have witnesses here. The representative of the CNS was there, the registrar was there, Commodore Paul was there, and it was indeed a tribute to the efforts that the university staff are making to ensure that we deliver on this leadership mantra. What about the parents that are here, or even maybe physically or by proxy? Your responsibilities are to ensure, or even maybe physically or by proxy. Your responsibilities are to ensure that indeed the fees are paid promptly. We have struggled with many, many parents and sponsors. But I want to say in the last couple of years, things have improved tremendously. And I would like the university community to celebrate the parents. Please do so for me. And the Chancellor, sir, the Chief of the Naval Staff, I'm happy to report that the parents of these ones sitting before us today as matriculated students have complied fully with the payment of fees as required. Of course, the parents must provide your essential needs. Parents, we encourage you to make sure that your wards are well provided for, especially the feeding aspect. If you don't feed well, if you don't have good nutrition, your capacity to learn well to ensure that they support their wards in that area. Thirdly, we ask the parents to partner with management. It is a joint effort we are embarking upon to ensure that your wards come out the way that you want them to be. So please, if you have any issues, let the management know, and encourage your wards to address issues through the management structures, not to be running to you anytime. If there's maybe no light for 1 hour on campus, Daddy, Mommy, there is no light. Tell your ward, go back to the university structure. We have the Dean of Students Affairs, we have the hostel managers, we have the registrar, we have the bursar, we have the admissions office. All these avenues that you can use to address any you may. But my focus today on you, the matriculating students. Today is what? April 1, isn't it? Traditional is regarded as what? April Fool. At Adun, it is April Real. What you are doing today is not a fool. It's not a joke. It's not fake news. It is real. It is authentic. You are being matriculated today into the university so that you can indeed become an effective member of this university. Tell Tim, it looks like you're... Please go to the next slide for me. Okay. The pointer. By this matriculation, you will complete your first major rite of passage into the university community. And that means that you carry specific privileges, rights, and responsibilities. I'm going to emphasize to us today, next slide, what you is expected to indeed focus on. Next slide. The point is not working. We expect you to do 3 things: to be dedicated, to be determined, and disciplined. Next slide. We want you to start by seeing far into the greatness that the future holds for you. Keep your eyes on the purpose that brought you to Adun here. Make sure that you are diligent, focus, and follow the matriculation oath that you took a short while ago. Make sure that your handbooks, which we have given to you, constitute your companion. If need be, sleep with them on your beds. I am damn serious about this, because in the past, some of our students, whom we call admirables, Maybe they overlooked the significance of the handbook and they did not complete their journey with us here. You will complete your journeys with Adun. Honor the sacrifices for your future. Many people are sacrificing for your future. Your parents in particular. The dedicated staff of this university. The proprietor of the university. Up until this moment, there has been no direct funding from the federal government. Every money that has come here to establish the structures you are seeing, the systems that we have been deploying, they have been supported by extra service by the Nigerian Navy. Please, let's celebrate them once more. So if people and several agencies are sacrificing for your future, please honor that. In essence, we want to ask you to live rightly. We ask you to live like admirables. At the orientation, I told you why we call you admirables. It's the label we have placed on you as soon as you enter the university. It's aspirational. It's something that will define you if you live up to the tenets of being admirable. In thoughts, words, deeds, please respect yourselves, respect other people, respect the property of the university, respect the platforms of communication that the university has set up for all of us to use. Make sure that you also dress to project well. As you dress, so you are addressed. We have a whole section in the handbook devoted to dressing. I implore you, and we have charged the staff of this university, anywhere they see you on this campus, whether it is on the streets of the campus, in your hostels, or in the classroom, if you do not dress well, we will take responsibility to correct you. If need be, we will send you out of that environment until you comply. Please do that, and it will be very well with you. Selecting attire appropriate to specific occasions and activities is a critical factor in the total educational process and luminary leadership development in this university. We do not joke with it. The dressing we are talking about also includes your hairstyle. Of course, you do know that this university does not accept different colors. Red, blue, pink, yellow. Go by the natural color that you have been given at this point in your life. The third thing, which I've mentioned before, is to work hard. There is no alternative to working hard if you want to succeed in Adun. That is our overall philosophy. Last year, November, as I said, we graduated 155 students. They were admirables. Now we call them luminary leaders. In other words, when they write their names, they will put LL in front. Work hard, and you will be, in years to come, among those that will indeed bear the luminary leadership icon. I want you to bear in mind that as you go through this, we are in it together. The university, owned by the Navy, will promote healthy living, learning, light, liberty, and leadership. I mentioned how this vision came about, the standard that they set for it. The leadership is prepared to actualize that vision. Maybe the Chief of the Naval Staff will speak to this university when we come. He comes to address you what the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria did recently in terms of the status of the university. We will fan the flame of excellence in education and luminary leadership for you. Together, the parents, students, and this university, we must produce luminary leaders at the end of it all. And indeed, I believe that, and not only believe, we hope very strongly that one day we will see you up there in your journey to greatness. This is our prayer for you, O God of creation. Help our admirables the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, in luminary leadership to build nations. Underline the word nations. At this stage, to build Nigeria alone, to build nations across the world where people can live lives to the fullest. It's our prayer, and we believe that God will help you to achieve it. Onward together, onward to greatness. God bless you all.
Matriculants, can we give matriculants? Can we give the Vice Chancellor another round of applause? Chancellor, another round of applause. The next item is the guest lecture. But before then, may I most respectfully invite the former Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Dele Joseph Izoba, to give us a goodwill message. Admiral, sir.
The Pro-Chancellor of the University, represented by Rear Admiral Lassa, who is the Managing Director, Nigerian Navy Holdings, the Vice-Chancellor of this very amiable first-class university, the man who works so hard and have worked tirelessly with his team to make sure that we have achieved monumental successes in this very short time. We're most appreciated. I'm told that the university tradition says stand on existing protocols, but please grant me the privilege to acknowledge my traditional ruler, who is also a luminary of the academics, a professor of forestry from the University of Ibadan, the Obuzo of Ibuzo. You're welcome, sir. I can see to his right, two other, one in red, one in white. I don't know who they are because I've not been informed. But again, you're welcome, sir. Whatever you represent, you're welcome. Thank you very much. Now, let me address the university students. Today, for you, is a day of honor and glory. For those of you who are matriculating today. And I must also add that it's a shared privilege and honor to be a student of this university. In your oath of matriculation, which I have just observed is rather too long anyway, the VC will have to look at it again to see that it's a bit shortened, but capture the essence of why there should be the matriculation oath. You had committed to a few responsibilities, privileges and rights, if I may quote the VC in his presentation. But what is most important is that you must, as students, take ownership of this very important institution in character, in learning, and in discipline. Because that is what it is. You must be partners in what? In progress. You must be committed to a cause, so that at the end of the day, you will say, behold, I was part of this system, and I should be proud to say that I belong and I graduated from Admiralty University of Nigeria. Is that clear? Can I hear a loud yes? Is that clear? Yes. Very good. Many are called, few are chosen, and you have been privileged to be part of the chosen few. So make the best out of this opportunity and ensure that at the end of the day, you have gone through this university and you must have imbibed certain ethos and characters and values that will make you a better human being than you were ever before you came in here. With these few remarks, I want to wish you the best of luck, and I pray that God Almighty in his infinite mercies will continue to guide, direct, and graciously bless the work of your hands.
Please, another round of applause for those remarks. Acting Dean of Students, Dominic Kuri. It is my privilege to invite you to introduce to this assembly the Matriculation guest lecturer by reading his citation. Acting Dean, please.
Vice Chancellor, sir, our very distinguished guests, and our dear matriculants, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege and honor to present to you our guest lecturer for this fifth matriculation ceremony of our university, Mr. Emmanuel Ohawe. Emmanuel is the convener of Indaba Global, a youth-driven organization that is addressing income inequality and building the human capital index of young people in the most vulnerable communities across 4 continents. He is currently the Deputy Coordinator of Young African Leaders Initiative, Abuja, an initiative of the United States launched by the 44th President of the United States of America, Barack Hussein Obama, with a spread of over 700,000 young people across 54 African countries. Emmanuel is currently the sales manager in a Canadian-based ed tech company where he holds the customer acquisition and retention efforts. In 2022, Emmanuel Ohawe led the market entry of Norwegian maritime simulators from Norway down to the African market, securing 3 leads that amounted to over 500,000 US dollars. With over 4 years professional experience, Emmanuel Ohawe is the business strategist at jetpass.com. He is the co-founder of Agrenotech Co. He had one of his earliest startups incubated, certified, and featured in Forbes magazine as one of the 200 most prominent and promising startups in Nigeria, and was nominated as a young, resilient entrepreneur by SME 100 Africa in 2020. In March, all through to June 2021, he led 60 young entrepreneurs as a startup lead and project coordinator. The ThisGeneration.com Business Incubation Project, and 6 entrepreneurs who were awarded $1,000 each to grow their business by the end of the business incubation. In his work with social enterprises, he drives discussions and actions around sustainability and real impact assessment and evaluation. Mr. Emmanuel has a keen interest in the development sector and believes that global concerted efforts and public-private partnerships are assured strategies to address the world's most pressing challenges. Mr. Emmanuel and in 2021, he got a Harvard scholarship to study transitioning entrepreneurial solutions from lab to market. He is certified by the Dangote Business School on Emerging Technology, by Berkeley Haas University in California on mentoring and evaluation and fundamentals in project management. He is a fellow of the Sozo Network, a fellow of the African Leadership Institute, and an alumnus of the Next Economy, a mentor at the Empower Africa Business Network, and a graduate of the African Center for Leadership, Strategy, and Development Academy. Great pain to search for and discover him, and you will agree with me that with this profile, he is indeed a luminary leader in his own right, and we have brought him here today to touch the souls and the spirits of our admirables, to spur them to action. It is my pleasure to so present Mr. Emmanuel Ohawe. You're welcome, sir.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. My name is Emmanuel, and before I get started with what I have for you today, I like to stand on the existing protocol. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Firstly, I'd like to say congratulations to all the matriculants. I'm very excited to witness your matriculation day today. I'm so excited to rejoice with you on your happy day. And more importantly, I'm excited to speak to you young people because I'm a young person. And that's because I have that firm belief that Africa would someday feed her people. And the version of Africa that will someday feed her people will rest on the shoulders of young people like you and I. Young people who begin to work in synergy and not in silos. This is the kind of Africa we're going to build. But the truth is this: you can't build this Africa if you don't have value. You can't build this Africa if you've not acquired the required knowledge to be able to change things. In building Africa, you need to first of all start addressing problems in your communities, addressing problems in your societies. addressing problems in your immediate environment. And so what I've come to tell you today, I want to challenge you that in you is life organization. Like our people didn't rightly read out, it's an organization that was launched by the United States government during the time of the 44th President Barack Hussein Obama. The very idea of launching Young Africa Leaders Initiative is to build young African leaders that will begin to change the business space. Young African leaders that would begin to change how community development is being carried out, how community service is being carried out. Young leaders who would go to communities and rather than complaining, they will devise solutions, they will mobilize people, and they will deploy resources to solve those problems. To raise young leaders who will come with a different kind of leadership, transformational leadership and not transactional leadership in our political system. That was the essence of Young Africa Leaders Initiative. And so it's interesting. It's interesting to know that even in Delta State, there's Young Africa Leaders Initiative. Yes. Of all 36 states, there are about 28 states where the Young Africa Leaders Initiative have presence in. The idea is to ensure that we make out the best from our life here on earth. We have energy, guys. We have getting certifications from the United States, World Bank and all of that. Those certifications were not just, I wasn't just trying to get for development. Regardless of your background, regardless of where you're coming from, there is greatness in you that the world needs to see. The young man you see here today was once dumb. For the first 4 years of my life, and it was miserable. Like it was miserable for a newly wedded couple, the first child of a newly wedded couple, dumb. And so somehow in my age 5, I spoke supernaturally. But then I realized I wasn't just dumb here. I was also dumb here. In a class of 30, I'll go home with a report card and I have 30. I carried the class in my head. I was so dumb. And my dad was intelligent. So he was asking me,